What's up, guys? We are back with another Marvel Legends review, taking a look at a figure from a wave that I honestly expected I wasn't going to be getting around to. I just kept pushing these off and off and off. I've already opened them, I've already been messing around with them, which is why we don't have any packaging to talk about, standard Marvel Legends stuff, but we are taking a look at Kang today. This is one that, at the end of the day, I had to take a look at because it is such a big character for me. It is a interesting figure, and then of course this guy is certainly among the running for top 10 of the year for sure. This guy I think is a surprise to a lot of folks and is a really fantastic entry in Legends. I'm really happy that we finally got him, and I'm really happy that we finally got him now. So let's take a look, see what he can do, see how he moves around, all that good stuff. So we've got a head that can look up a little bit. He can look down pretty good though. You do have a little bit of tilt side to side. You got full rotation. Arms go out at the shoulders. They, of course, rotate. You do have to watch out for his kind of shirt piece here. It does get in the way a little bit, but it still allows you to rotate all the way around. There is no butterfly joint in there, so you don't have anything like that. You don't necessarily need it either. You do have a single jointed elbow, but it's one of those newer ones, no pins, and it is a deeper cut, so it's a slightly better than 90-degree elbow, and it rotates. You've got your wrist rotation, and you've got hinges down at those wrists as well, so pretty normal stuff there. He does have a pretty interesting torso, though, because he doesn't have any kind of crunch or diaphragm swivel. He is, just kind of like a ball peg at the waist, so he goes backwards and forwards and tilts side to side, really, really good, and then full rotation. So they did that, I imagine, so they wouldn't have to break up what is a really nice sculpt when it comes to the tunic here. Legs go out pretty much as far as they would go because he does have these kind of thigh pads that lift up over the shirt that's coming through. You've got a kick forward all the way. You can go backwards a good bit as well. You do have your thigh cut up there. We've got our double jointed knees, and they are pinless and look fantastic. And then we've got our rocker, and you've got hinges down at those ankles. So pretty good stuff all the way around, honestly. He is just kind of different, really, is all it comes down to. He's different at the elbows, he's different at the torso, and he's different at the knees from most Legends. So he's very much what we're going to be seeing going forward. I don't mind the single joint too much because he does have such good range. And again, it's pinless, so it does look really good as well. So all around, I am very, very happy with how this guy moves. Similarly, he is very much on point when it comes to the overall aesthetics, sculpt, paint applications. This looks so good. I really think that they kind of pulled out all the stops for this figure, honestly, for one that I really wasn't expecting too much of to impress me. I thought this was just going to be a standard Marvel Legends figure for the most part, but they really kind of went above and beyond on him, and I'm really happy with the end result. So we do have a very classic looking Kang, which I'm very happy with just from a general perspective, but I love everything about the construction on the figure. You know, I've already mentioned it. I love the single joints. On the elbows particular because you've got that overlapping segment that covers the elbow, so it makes it look really seamless. You've of course got pinless legs, so again, seamless situation down there, and it's just aesthetically more pleasing. I'm really happy that this is the direction that we're going, but the overall presentation on this figure is really well done. The colors are bright and vibrant and saturated. He has got sculpt work all throughout his tunic, so all the green actually has some etching in there, so you can actually feel it looks like a woven piece, and then you've got the lines that run down his weird leg pant boot situation, but it all is textured. It's all raised across the leg, so it's really nice. It has a nice tactile sensation, so it's not just a straight piece of plastic. There is some depth to it, and despite the fact that there isn't really any paint on the legs, it does help with the overall look because it adds some shadow. It adds a little bit more depth, and I just really like this figure. I really like his look. I love the use of this waist joint to keep this shirt intact because it's a pretty unique look. It's a huge V, so it would look really weird if they had to cut that across the chest, so I am really happy that they did that. You can see all of the wrinkles that are in there, the way the shirt is kind of pulled down into the belt and then pulled out through here. It's just a nice looking piece. I mean, that's really what it comes down to for what is kind of a simple design in many ways. There's something too crazy about Kang's overall appearance. They did a great job translating this into plastic. And it's of course capped off by what might be one of my favorite head sculpts of this entire year. I think they absolutely nailed the look here as well. And it's another instance where the paint is relatively minimal in terms of little details, but it helps everything stand out. So you've got those stripes of bright blue against the navy blue, and it just makes the entire head sculpt pop. So it adds more layers, more depth, and it actually kind of pulls out the features of the face a little bit more because he's kind of framed up a little bit. So the chin is a little bit more elongated, and it just really frames everything really nicely. I'm very, very happy with everything that they've done here as far as paint application. No real splotches or anything to speak of. It's fairly decent for the most part. And then just the sculpt on the helmet is nice as well. It's again pretty basic. It's just some raised edges on the top and on the side, but it looks good. The colors are nice and bright and vibrant, and it looks just like him. This is exactly what he should look like in the comics, and it is done really, really well here. Hasbro did another solid job on this one. Now, as far as accessories, Kang is pretty loaded. He comes with a number of hands, he comes with a weapon, but I also wanted to talk about a custom accessory that would work with Kang as well that I just recently got, and it would very much work. So let's run through his stuff, and then we'll talk about this other piece just to show it off here at the same time. So to start with, we do have extra hands, so we've got a set of kind of style pose gripping hands. So you've got fists on him in the box, and then you've got these to swap out as far as style pose hands. So kind of open palm gripping, just doing something sort of flashy, something maniacal. And then you've got a trigger finger hand that we're using right here for his left. He does not have two trigger finger hands, just the one. And then he does have this this gun. And I do not know if this is something that we've seen before. I imagine this is reused from somewhere. It looks very grunty type of a gun, very Nerf futuristic kind of thing. I like it though. It looks good. It fits Kang because of the overall, future aspect. No real paint on it though, just sort of done up in that normal gunmetal-y gray black kind of plastic. So not sure where that one comes from. I probably have it somewhere, I would imagine, but someone will likely tell me in the comments. Now, as far as the other accessory that I wanted to talk about, this came from Chris Robinson, and I'll post his Instagram down below. It's a custom cosmic cube accessory, and it's just a little plastic cube here, and you can pop it into Kang's hand, and it very much just does the job. So it's probably not going to show up as well as it should here. It's kind of a blue color, but it is a nice little cosmic cube, and it very much works. So throw this in Kang's hand and give it to Doom, give it to Thanos, or some other cosmic entity, and you'll have a nice little cosmic cube for your Legends figures. I love it. The overall appearance is fantastic. I think it absolutely suits this guy really well. So it's probably going to be the go-to accessory that I use for him for a little while. So shout out to Chris for this one. Again, I'll put his stuff down below. But as far as what Kang comes with on his own, he has a great array of accessories, 3 extra hands and the gun for a figure that is 100% new. It's a great package. So yeah, this is a real winner, honestly. There's no way that this isn't the best figure in this wave, I would imagine. Certainly for me, he outshines a lot of the other ones. Certainly why I didn't really get around to doing much for this wave, but I couldn't not talk about Kang. He is likely going to show up on my top 10 Legends figures of the year. I think this guy has a lot to offer Legends fans for sure, from a lot of this new articulation that's being implemented to just the overall attention to detail on his sculpt and paint applications and the overall just design and appearance. This guy looks like he jumped right out of the comics. It's a great classic representation of a really, really big bad that I am very, very happy that we finally got in the Legends form, at least modern Legends form. So that's going to do it for this look at the Marvel Legends Kang the Conqueror. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.